Good morning, friends. So today is writing. What we're going to do is we're going to start out in our Google Classroom, okay? If you are using your Google Classroom for your writing, and you're going to come up over here to where these little dots are. You're going to click Drive. It's going to open up your Google Drive for you. Yours should only have your writing assignment in it. There shouldn't be anything else in there. So when it opens up here, you're going to find your writing, okay? And remember, you should have did your name and then opinion writing. Okay, so here's mine, Mrs. Keeler's opinion writing. So you're going to double click on that and it's going to open it up. I loved seeing the ones that came through. If you're just using a piece of paper to do this, this is fine also. I just thought if we had the Chromebooks and we were able to type it, that it would be a little bit easier for Mrs. Keeler to see your work. So we started out with our book. Okay, I read you Dear Mr. Blueberry. I thought it was a great book about imagination. That was my first day of writing. Okay, and then the other day when we were there, we said, well, why? And I said, well, it's a great book about imagination because it reminds me of my daughter who thinks she has a sloth in her room. Well, do you remember the first books that we read I think it was the beginning of last week. We had some read alouds, and all of the books they had letters. And Mr. Blueberry had a letter. And I wanted you to make up a list of people that you could write a letter to. Well, this is where we're going to go back to that letter, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this, okay? I'm going to just enter down a couple times because I don't want to start trying to move my top part around and then it doesn't work. And we're going to focus on right now writing your letter. So you're going to start it out with Dear, and then who do you want to write your letter to? I'm going to write it to all of you. Dear students. And I'm going to use a comma, and then I'm going to hit enter. Okay? And the next thing that I want to do is I want to type all of this again. Okay? Because this is what I'm telling you. This is what I'm telling you. So I think Dear Mr. Blueberry is a great book about imagination because it reminds me of my daughter who thinks she has a sloth in her room. Okay, so pretty easy. Okay, we just had to think about who we wanted to write our letter to, and you're going to add that. Then when we finish a letter, they need to know who it came from. So I'm not going to get fancy with it right now because these are just little changes we're going to make at a time, okay? And I'm just going to come down to the next line, and I'm going to say from, comma, Mrs. Keeler. So that's all I want you to do today, friends, for your writing. All you're doing is you're going to put who you're writing it to, and then tell who it's coming from. We are going to go in and we're going to do more in our letter part next week when we look at it. But just today, I just wanted to get the dear and the from. Okay, so when you are doing this in your Google Doc, it automatically saves and it will automatically share it with me. You do not have to go in and reshare it with me every time, okay? Once you've shared it with me once, I can get into your document and see it. Okay, if you are just using a paper, go ahead and send a picture of it. That will work just fine. All right, guys, I can't wait to see who you're writing your letters to. Have a great day.